Hey, this is Andy from Run It Thrice. Today we're doing episode 1 of QuickTips. This is for Madden 25. I'm going to be breaking down the Singleback Bunch Base formation, which is one of my favorite formations in the game. The first play we're going to talk about and look at is going to be the base halfback counter. I like it because it pulls the fullback or whoever you have in that position across the field for blocking, and it's usually worth a good 4 or 5 yards. Unless they really crash into you on the left side there. You're also going to see that we can flip the play, run it from the other side, and it works the same way, except you'll be getting different matchups against the defense. And so it's usually not going to be your big breakaway play unless you make something work past the line of scrimmage, but it is worth a couple yards almost every time. One of my favorite plays is the quick pitch. It's going to be an off tackle, quick out to your halfback, and against 2-man under, which is what you're seeing right here, usually worth 5 or more yards. And then again, if you can do something in your matchups back there, it could be a huge gainer. Just like with that base halfback counter, you can flip the play to the other side of the field, and you're going to see here that if I hadn't cut the wrong way, it could have been to the house. Same thing, toss off the left side this time, and you can see that even when things don't go perfectly, we're still getting 5, 6, 7 yards against 2-man under. Alright, this is a great play, base play action. It looks exactly the same as the base counter, so after you've run that a couple times against the defense, throw this in there. I like to put, in this case, Hilton on an out route. In man coverage, it burns them every time, and they're expecting to run, and then you just quickly throw out to the left. It's also a good play if you see everything line up. You can run off with it if you have a speedy quarterback. In this case, I'm using Andrew Luck, but obviously Cam Newton, Colin Kaepernick, Russell Wilson, even better choices for this type of play. Next play, base power O. Kind of starts off like your base halfback counter off the left side, except your fullback, or in this case have a tight end, he pulls back to the right side to block, and it's really good off tackle, or if you want to run it up the middle, if that opportunity presents itself. Usually worth 4 or 5 yards. I've broken off, if I go off tackle with this, I've broken off for a touchdown many times. Next play, H power toss, very similar again to that first base counter, except this time your quarterback is going to toss it out and you're going to go a little wider. Hopefully you get some of the same blocks that you get off that first play, but you just get a little bit of a different look for your run, sometimes some more opportunities to make a play. Alright, probably my favorite play in the set right now, play action verticals. Really deadly. Look at Hilton over there in man under. When he breaks off, it is so hard for the corner or the linebacker or whoever's covering him to break up the pass if you time it right. He gets away almost every time against 2-man under with no modifications on the defensive side. Here you're gonna see me wait a little bit for the pass. Hilton goes out, breaks off left like he usually does. I sit back and wait to see if something opens up, and he comes up into the end zone for a touchdown. The other thing I like to do is send it out to the right side. So in this case, Reggie Wayne. If you time it right, it's the same kind of situation as on your left side. He's going to break away from his man coverage and catch it. If you do not time this correctly though, like you're a little late, it's going to be pick city for the other team. And I show you 2 clips right here that I wanted to leave in. Because if you wait to throw, whoever's covering him, almost on any team, any defense, they're going to get in there and break it up. So pretty much you got to get into practice mode, practice the timing, throw it a little bit earlier than you think you're going to have to. This next play I'll talk about more in a different quick tip, but throw your left wide receiver into an out route. In that case, if everyone else gets covered, you've still got that bailout to the left, especially in man coverage. Now we're going to look at Seattle. It's a great passing play out of this formation. One of the first looks I go to, in this case it's Fleener on your RB, and he's going to get open right away against two-man under in a lot of plays, even certain coverage plays out of certain formations. He breaks off to the right away, catches a quick pass, or if you leave him running for a couple seconds, 10 or 12 yards right there. So that's good to keep in mind. Another great idea, X, in this case Hilton, on the out route against man coverage. Just a great bailout in case everyone else gets covered. Now I'm going to look at, still in two-man under, over the top, to, in this case Dwayne Allen, my tight end. Against man coverage it can be a little tight. Now I set them up in a cover 3, and you'll see that over the top route he breaks through against two of the guys in coverage, and you get this great hole to throw over the top for 10 to 15 yards. So that's the only cover 3 I've showed in this video. Alright, this is still cover 3 and just showing a quick throw out to the left when he breaks through that first guy in coverage and before he gets to the safeties. And then finally showing you can put your running back on a wheel route and just gives you another option to throw. Final play we're going to talk about, halfback slip screen. We're going to look at it in two-man under first and then cover 3 also. If you played Madden 25, you know that the screens in this game are ridiculous. They work really well. They break through for a huge gain pretty often, unless the line has the awareness to come up on them. Some defenses are better than others at stopping it. And of course, when you're playing online, they can put their outside linemen into QB contains to stop it. But if they don't do that, then you're looking at pretty consistent gains, and sometimes taking it to the house from way farther away than you should on a check down pass or a screen pass. That was all two-man under. Now I'm putting them in a cover 3. And we're going to look at what happens if I put all my wide receivers bunched on the right side into routes across the field to come over as blockers. Makes it extra tough for the defense to stop because it brings a bunch of other men over to block for us.